Hi, my name is Sarah Stewart, and my topic is Siri, good or bad? Everyone knows how fascinating Apple's new addition to the iPhone family is. Apple's newest phone, the 4S, is equipped with a new feature, Siri. Siri is capable of answering just about anything. This female robot voice has a response for anything you ask her. The other day I thought it would be funny to ask her, "What is your favorite color?" Her response was, "My favorite color is, well, I don't know how to say it in your language. It's sort of greenish but with more dimensions." I'll be honest, Siri is a remarkable idea, but it does need a lot of work. The targeted audience is people ages 16 to 60. These people are interested in smartphones, Apple products, and new technology. These could also be people who are worried about the pros and cons of Siri and how powerful it actually is. These people are you. You are here because you might be going back and forth on purchasing an iPhone 4S with the Siri feature. But first, you are here to hear my opinion on why you should not buy the iPhone 4S for the Siri feature alone. If you are buying it for the Siri feature, you may want to rethink that after you hear what I have to say. You may want to buy a new iPhone 4S because you think it is the hottest new item and everyone wants to be the first person at work with the hottest new item. Yeah, I get that, but you also want it because of Siri. People talk Siri up to be the best personal assistant ever. Paul Farhi compared Siri to a 10 miles per gallon Hummer H1, the first Hummers. The commercials make Siri look like the best new thing. But what should keep you awake at night is Siri isn't all good. Siri is in fact a bandwidth guzzler. I can solve your problem by telling you Siri is not a good thing, especially when it comes to our cellular network and bandwidth. Siri uses an extremely high amount of bandwidth, more bandwidth than it takes you to connect to the internet on your smartphone. You're probably wondering how much bandwidth does Siri actually use? Well, here's a hint. Siri uses twice as much data as the iPhone 4 and 3 times as much data as the iPhone 3GS. Sure, this might not affect your cell phone bill if you don't have an iPhone 4S, but it does affect your daily life. It affects everyone's daily life. You want to know how? Because Siri is the main cause in your dropped calls, or the calls that never go through, or when your internet access slows down. And also those texts that never go through. Yeah, we all have that. Siri affects us all indirectly. I want you to understand how big of a bandwidth hog Siri is, and how bad this is for everyone on the cellular network. There is only so much bandwidth, and when it's all being hogged, there isn't anything you can do about it. So it sounds like Paul Farhi is in fact right. Siri would be best compared to a Hummer H1 when it comes to guzzling. This graph is proof that the video and wireless services will dominate substantial network data traffic growth in coming years, and that is bad news for everyone. Literally everyone. Here is some more of the proof that I have found. Siri has so many negative sides and flaws. I mean, it wastes a ton of bandwidth trying to figure out whatever you ask it. And half of the time you ask it a question, it comes back saying, "Try again later." So take a good look at these negatives and compare them to the positives I'm about to show you. Yeah, there aren't many positives, are there? Sure, Siri is great technology, but is it really necessary? Most people waste more bandwidth on Siri asking her silly questions than they do asking her necessary questions, like for directions to somewhere or for the weather in Zimbabwe, which could technically qualify for a silly question, unless you are in Zimbabwe. But here's a graph of the mobile broadband demand versus the mobile broadband capacity. By 2014, we will be out of capacity. By 2016, the demand will have more than tripled the capacity. Something needs to be done about this. I got the iPhone 4S for Christmas, and I thought Siri was the greatest thing since sliced bread. But after reading these articles, I never use Siri anymore. Google is just as handy. People are just getting lazy and technology is becoming way too convenient. I agree, convenience is nice, but in this case, it comes with a price. So maybe now that you all know the biggest reasoning behind your drop calls, slowing of your internet, and your texts that send hours later or never send at all, maybe you understand how big of a bandwidth hog Siri actually is. The people that resist what I am saying about Siri will most likely resist by thinking, oh, if I get the iPhone 4S and use Siri, that's not bad because I am just one person. Well, that is not true, because if everyone thought this way, none of our calls would ever go through. And then what would be the point of having Siri anyways if she couldn't connect to a network? Apple made a remarkable item. It is mind-blowing the things you can do with the iPhone 4S. But Siri is one of the things people definitely need to limit, because when the bandwidth has reached its capacity, it is going to be close to impossible to do anything on the network. So to conclude my presentation, Siri is more bad than good. I hope everyone really understands that. It uses way too much of our now limited bandwidth, and it is putting a damper on everyone's cellular network. So stop being lazy and look it up yourself instead of wasting the bandwidth, because when it's at max capacity, it's going to be hard to even send a text, much less ask Siri. My name is Sarah Stewart, and I hope you all enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.